Hello and welcome to another edition of Toys from the Attic's Ghostbusters Month. And I think I hear Ecto-1 coming again. So let's see who Ecto-1's brought us today. Hold on, you're not the normal Ecto-1. Who'd you bring us today? Crap, it's one of the villains. I guess we're going to be taking a look at Tombstone Tackle. How creepy can he be? Alright, so here we have Tombstone Tackle. Now the reason why I'm showing you the review right now and not giving you any clips of the show or backstory as far as what the character was like is because none really exist. He never had a bio on the back of his card to explain what his personality was or how he died, and he never appeared in the RGB comic book or in the real Ghostbusters cartoon. It's just how he was. Tombstone Tackle was one of the humanoid ghosts that they produced for the toy line. In the series, they kind of shied away from a lot of humanoid ghosts that they would bust. It raised a lot of moral and ethical questions about them actually throwing human souls into the containment unit. But the toys, free and clear to have humanoid ghosts. Most of the toys, the humans actually turn into demonic creatures like Tombstone Tackle here. As far as our articulation go and his detailing, keep in mind that this was based off the RGB toy line, so some of these guys were kind of cartoony. But as far as the detailing goes, you can kind of see that he has little veins in here. Definitely showing that he's a guy that works out, or was a guy that worked out in his younger years or when he was alive. You can tell that he's a football player because of his helmet, his jersey, and his football uniform. Well, I never played football, so I don't know the technical names for all these things. A nice little detail is that they actually bothered to put little eyes in there and a little mouth underneath his helmet. I can only imagine how hard it was to sculpt that in there. But other than that, it's pretty simple detailing for this figure, but that's pretty expected for the 80s cartoons. I mean, 80s toys. A little tongue-tied right there. As far as his height goes compared to the other Ghostbusters, you can see him right here next to Louis Tully. Now, Louis Tully isn't the most tallest member of the Ghostbusters, but even Egon only came up to about here, so Tombstone really out-towered any of the guys. Kind of makes you wonder how big he was in real life. Man, he must have been unstoppable on the football field. As far as his articulation goes, much like all the other 80s toys in the Ghostbuster series, it's very limited. His arms can only move up and down, and his legs kind of can do the same thing. His head can move forward and back, but that's more in line with his gimmick, which is you just move him forward, kind of put him on his hands and feet. Oh, didn't want to activate his gimmick right then. And then you just push his head down, and his back comes up to reveal this giant mouth. Oh, gotta push these eyes up. He's an old toy, so they don't really stay up. You can kind of see these weird eyes pop out here, and he kind of almost has this crocodile feel. You see a big green tongue in there with all these rows of white spiked teeth, and you can even see the sculpting up here on the top of the mouth. The neat little feature in here is they actually made the tongue a little football with its own little eyes and own little mouth. As far as detailing goes, it's kind of nice to see that they actually bothered to paint the tongue and paint the teeth. Most toys today might actually just leave that one color and let you pretend. Back around the same time, Kenner was producing a lot of Beetlejuice action figures, and a lot of their humanoid ghosts would also turn into these demonic creatures, showing off gnarly teeth or monstrous faces, and their regular humans would show fright features, much like the Ghostbusters toy line. I think a lot of the creativity went back and forth between toys, and actually both collections really complemented each other. But as far as Ghostbusters goes, this is Tombstone Tackle, and I actually really liked him when I was growing up. He was like one of those big guys that could actually take on the Ghostbusters, and you felt that he could probably hold his own against him. Once again, thank you for watching. If you like what you've seen today, please feel free to like, subscribe, or leave a comment below in the comment section. Any advice for the show would be greatly appreciated. Who knows, something you suggest may appear on the show in the future.